Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Octo English Academy. I'm James, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Today's story is about courage, about language, about the moment when a person decides that connection is more important than perfection. It's the story of Luca, the traveler who learned English in just 30 days. Not because he was a genius, not because he found a secret formula, but because he finally understood what it really means to learn a language. Luca grew up in a quiet town in southern Italy, surrounded by olive trees, laughter, and long summer evenings. He'd always dreamed of seeing the world. And to see the world, he knew he needed English. He had studied it for years. Pages of grammar, lists of verbs, endless tests. But when he tried to speak, nothing came out. He would start, stumble, freeze. So when he booked a one-way ticket to Dublin, Ireland, his friends laughed. "You? Speaking English?" He smiled and said, "I'll try." He didn't know it then, but that promise, "I'll try," would change his life. When he arrived in Dublin, it rained all day. He stood outside the airport with his small backpack, shivering. A taxi pulled up, and the driver rolled down the window. "Long trip, eh?" the man said. Luca smiled nervously. "Yes, long." The driver grinned. "Don't worry, you'll warm up soon." Those words echoed in his mind. You'll warm up. Maybe learning English wasn't about knowing everything. Maybe it was about warming up, letting go of fear, letting the sound of the language move through you. The first few days were messy. He ordered coffee and answered yes when the barista asked, "For here or to go?" He nodded at things he didn't understand, but every mistake became a memory. Every smile was progress. Each night he wrote in his notebook, "When you don't understand, smile. People will help." By the second week, he realized something powerful. He learned more by listening than by studying. He spent hours in cafes, just observing. He watched people greet each other, how they laughed, how they used small words like, "Well, so, actually," and "you know." He started repeating them quietly, copying their rhythm. At first, he felt silly, but soon he could feel the language's heartbeat. One evening, he wrote in his notebook, "Grammar is the body, rhythm is the soul." He didn't chase perfect sentences anymore. He chased connection. On day 15, he met Emily. She was sitting alone in a cafe, reading To Kill a Mockingbird. He walked up, heart pounding. "Hi," he said. "I like that book. I read some before." She smiled. "Oh, really? Did you like it?" He hesitated, searching for words. "Well, I mean, I liked the message. About people. How they see others." Her eyes softened. "That's my favorite part, too." They talked for 10 minutes, slowly, kindly, sometimes with laughter, sometimes with silence. When he left, he realized something simple but life-changing. He had just had a conversation in English. Not perfect, but real. That night he wrote, "When you speak from the heart, mistakes disappear." Emily gave him advice that transformed his learning. She said, "Talk for at least 30 minutes every day. Don't study, just talk." So he did. He spoke to anyone who would listen. Shopkeepers, bus drivers, other travelers. He joined free walking tours. He asked for directions even when he didn't need them. Some people ignored him. Most smiled back. A few became friends. Every day, words came faster. By the third week, he could describe his day without translating in his head. He was beginning to think in English. And that changed everything. Day 23. He walked into a small grocery store. The cashier said, "How's your day going?" And without thinking, he answered, "Pretty good, thanks. A bit tired, but can't complain." The cashier smiled. "You sound like a local." Luca laughed all the way back to the hostel because he hadn't prepared that sentence. It had just appeared. Like a song he suddenly knew the words to. That night, he didn't open his notebook. Later that week, he met Paul, an English teacher from Cork. Paul said, "Luca, language isn't only in your head, it's in your body. When you connect with someone, your brain mirrors their rhythm, their sound, their emotion. That's why conversations teach faster than books." Luca realized that English wasn't about memorizing. It was about feeling the rhythm, feeling the courage to keep going even when you stumble. Feeling the courage to keep going even when you stumble. Every hello, every laugh, every small mistake was rewiring his brain to belong in a new world. By week 4, everything felt lighter. He didn't need subtitles anymore. He could tell jokes. He even helped other travelers find the right words. He didn't measure fluency by grammar. He measured it by confidence, by how easily he could share himself with others. He started small challenges each day. Order coffee naturally. Ask someone how their day was. Tell one story from childhood. He didn't always get it right, but he always got better. And that was enough. On the 30th day, the city was bright and full of life. He met Emily again at their favorite cafe. She smiled. "So, how do you feel now, traveler?" He laughed. "Well, I think I speak now. Not perfect, but I speak." She lifted her cup. "To English in 30 days." He lifted his. "To courage and to people." They clinked cups and sat in easy silence, listening to the music of conversations all around them. The same sounds that had once terrified him, now comforting and familiar. That night, Luca wrote his final note. "In 30 days, I didn't become perfect. I became brave." He realized that speaking English was never about words. It was about connection, about reaching across fear to say, "I'm here. I'm trying. Let's talk." He thought of the taxi driver, the barista, the cashier, Emily, Paul, every person who had given him a piece of the language through kindness. He understood that language isn't learned alone. It's built together. If Luca could learn English in 30 days, so can you. Not because of talent, but because of focus and courage. Listen more than you speak. Write down real phrases, not rules. Talk every day, even when you're tired. Use small words with heart. Well, actually, kind of, honestly. They are the bridge between learning and living. And most of all, be kind to yourself. Every mistake means you're speaking. Every word is a step forward. Fluency isn't perfection, it's confidence in motion. So wherever you are, start today. Say hello to someone new. Order coffee in English. Ask a question. Smile. Connect. That's how every traveler begins. One word, one heartbeat, one brave moment at a time. I'm James, and this was The Traveler Who Learned English in 30 Days. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for watching, and see you in the next lesson.